I wanted to talk about the anxious preoccupied attachment style and what activation strategies occur to develop more insight into your own attachment style or your partner's. So, with anxious preoccupied individuals, they're much more sensitive to changes in emotional expression. The challenge with this is that oftentimes they respond very quickly and misinterpret some of those shifts in expression because they're again looking at how does this relate to me, when in reality people have many things going on in their life and they may be a little bit withdrawn or not as talkative, not because you did something wrong but because other things are going on in their life. So I wanted to read off a few things that are related to this activation strategy. So once an anxious preoccupied is activated, their mind will often become completely focused on their mate and actually start to disengage or forget about other things. So it becomes quite painful because they're very absorbed into our mate. We tend to also remember their good qualities and start to kind of have this fantasy version of them. So this can often happen when a relationship isn't working or we think that they're pulling away. We start to create this version of them that isn't very balanced. We tend to put them on a pedestal and underestimate our own good qualities and what we bring to the relationship. Again, creating that anxiety of they're going to leave me, they're going to realize I'm not good enough. And also believing that this is your only chance for love. So believing that if I don't stick with them or we don't stay together, that I'll be alone forever. I often hear that from people that struggle with anxious attachment style. So then we go into protest behavior. So protest behavior was originally looked at with children. Children throw tantrums, but adults also do a version of protest behavior. And so this is some potential protest behaviors that you might see in yourself or someone else that's struggling with anxious attachment. The first is calling and texting over and over and over again, not giving someone the space to respond. Also withdrawing. So sometimes the anxious person will withdraw in order to punish. Keeping score. So oftentimes, and I would say this is true potentially with both attachment styles or all three of the attachment styles that can sometimes struggle with connection, is there's this tendency towards keeping score. I did this, you didn't do this. And then also acting hostile. And usually the hostile behavior is very passive. It's like rolling your eyes, making certain noises, sitting with really hostile body language. So all these things are these activation strategies and these protest behaviors are very damaging to relationships. And so what begins to occur with someone trying to heal is they now try to work on bridging, catching these behaviors, stopping these behaviors, communicating better, and also understanding that to some degree it is our own responsibility to regulate ourselves. It is not the other person's responsibility to regulate us. We can definitely ask for support, but often when we're struggling with attachment wounds, a lot of the work has to happen from within ourselves, with ourselves. So thank you.